The review today is on the Cuba Twist Marley by Hair by Sleek. From the get-go, I thought to myself, this hair would be perfect for a totally natural look. And I had so many compliments about this hair. People do not know that it's not my hair, if only my hair were this thick. So this color is the T1B Dark Blue. It's 14 inches long. You can see the ends are feathered. So that gives it a really nice finish if you want to use it at the full length. Now I didn't use the full length, I wanted to have a truly natural style. So from the outset I cut the strands into 3 or 4 in quarters for the back and then in thirds for the front. Actually in half for the front. When you get the hair out the packet, you can see that they are sort of bunched together to make it easier and I suppose faster to crochet. Now I wanted to have more control over how the finished look was, and so I actually separated out all of the strands, so I didn't keep them together, and they do separate out quite quickly and quite easily. Crochet. The original length was a bit longer, it was more down to my shoulders, but I have been cutting it. So I've had this in for about 2.5 weeks. I wanted you to see what the hair looks like after a period of time. So let's talk about the pros and the cons. The pros, and it's a big pro. The hair looks dead natural. At first I thought, it's a tiny bit coarser than I would like, but then I realized that in order for it to maintain the twist out effect, it needs to be just that tiny bit coarse, because if it was softer, then it would actually lose the curl pattern really quickly. And they really do look like twist outs. I was quite surprised. And the other big pro about this is that unlike your natural hair, it doesn't shrink in the rain, and we've had a ton of it just of late. So it's been really good just to be able to go out and not worry about my hair looking different just because there's a bit of humidity or it's tipping it down with rain. So the pros are huge. But there are a couple of cons. Now the first con is that you do need to pre-knit. You do need to be on top of it. I had to definitely wear a silk scarf, and if you've watched any of my other videos you know that I don't particularly like wearing silk scarves, but in this case, if you want to keep the hair looking nice, you do have to wear a silk scarf. You do have to trim away, not so much flyaways, but the ends sort of tend to pull out, and so I don't know if I can show you. Ooh, I've been keeping it too well. No, so the ends tend to feather a little bit, and so that can create some tangling. Not a lot, but definitely a little bit of tangling if you don't look after it. That said, I've had it in 2 weeks, and overall it's held up really, really well. Now, I couldn't expect my standard twist out, which takes exactly the same length of time with my natural hair, to last 2 weeks. So I am chuffed to bits. So to answer the question, how long does it last? I would probably say give or take 3 to 4 weeks. In terms of maintenance, yes, I think this is a bit more higher maintenance than, for example, the Kinky Marley twist, which I didn't have to do anything to. And so finally, if I think in terms of value for money, I think for the naturalness of this style, it's definitely a good buy. Now I'm off for the big chop. this is my new look for the next week.